What's up, everybody? It's Thursday night, a little bit past 10:30, but not as bad as we usually do. And it's time for Three Old Men. I am one of your hosts, Clan Diesel. Off to my side here, we have the one, the only, the screwdriver in my toolbox, Dr. Diz. What up, Diz? And last but certainly not least, the man, the myth, the legend, the one guy that, believe it or not, Steven Seagal's character in Under Siege was based on. It is our Admiral, Double Up Buck. What up, Buck?
I thought you were the screwdriver in his toolbox.
Well, he wears the tool hat.
I know.
So there you go. Also, thank you for that resub, Double Up Buck.
Mm-hmm.
That's 22 months. That's a long ass time.
It is.
So what's going on?
Oh, not much. Just subbing. Thank you, Clan Diesel, for your 22-month resub. Oh, you're very welcome. I love this show and this channel very much. It feeds my kitty cat. Actually, that's not true. Actually, all of our money goes to keeping up our Enshrouded server.
But did you notice
What did
the
I notice?
change to the sub?
I did. Double Up Buck coming in with a tier 2 sub. Two
Now,
dose.
Dos muchachos.
I got the 222 right now.
That's true. Look there. Tier 2 sub for 22 months. Go use that on your pick 3.
Mm.
Just saying.
No, I figured that, after the debacle I was telling you about the other night.
Yeah, that old thing.
That
oh my lord, here we go again. It's Dr. Diz coming in, subbing for 15 months with Prime Gaming. Thanks, Dr. Diz. Wow. Now you've missed some content, but that's okay. We appreciate the support anyway. You've not been here since the beginning, but probably since it's been good. Can somebody go check on that? We've been longer than 15 months, right? He does work here still, right? Yeah. Okay. What the fuck?
I just feel like he had to make sure that the first month went okay, and then he was like, well, let's give it 6 months. And then he lost track.
That's exactly what it is. It's like, you know what? Let's see if we last 6 months and let's see what happens. So we're almost to 2 years. Because we had our false start. Then we pulled back and did our own channels. And then we decided to come together right then over you. And you can take that however you want to. And then so it's 22 months ago. Bam. How about that? So it's been a busy day, week this week.
We've been doing Three Old Men
Yes.
for almost as long as y'all have been doing Nerdcopia Network.
Yep. We have. We certainly have. It's one of the founding shows.
And if you're trying to calculate that out, chat, we have missed some due to sickness and
that's
other
true.
reasons.
Nobody, you know what? Don't dwell on the past. Nobody's perfect. All right. We've got 3 good quality shows. RIP after the roll. But you know what? We show up, we do our thing. And so far we've not been banned. So pretty good, actually. I think. So what's been up with the two of you? Because we weren't here last week. due to the sickness. So, what's up with you two? What do you want to talk about tonight? It's been a while. Let us converse.
I do have things.
Oh,
I have things pulled up.
all right. What are your things?
To share.
He did research.
Same.
Trying to get the image of this other thing, but I couldn't. So we'll just talk about it.
Is it
Enshrouded
nudes?
has teased a update. I don't know
Mhm.
when the update is, but in the update, it has a nice, like close in shot of the character's crotch area, pretty much. But that's not what you're supposed to focus on.
That is true. There was a good
because
good crotch shot.
he's got something in each of his hands.
Not
Get your
a
mind out
dick.
of the gutter. No. 2 swords. So you're going to be able to dual wield. You can rogue
Heck
it
yeah.
up.
Which, to be fair, Diz, when I saw the picture on the announcement, I was like, Diz is gonna be so happy. This is everything he's wanted in life. So I'm glad you got it. First one to get nude wins $20. Well, Zach, I'll tell you what. You got it. My bald head is nude. But there it is. Freshly shaved. It's a freshly shorn bald head. Quite remarkable and brilliant. Does that count? Do I get the $20?
No rules here.
All I gotta do is take my shirt off.
Well, I mean, I can take my shirt off, but all you get to see is a lot of hair and man boobs. That's
Well, I
about
was
all
just
you
going
get.
with I'm always naked from the waist down on this show.
But also, then that would be our first ban because men can't be topless.
I mean, I found that a little sexist.
So, I'm really excited
guys
about the
got
Enshrouded
something?
update.
Okay.
It'll be really cool.
I'm sure they'll have other stuff as well because they
Oh,
did
yeah.
release an update with some dungeons. We've only got
Like the Black Mire.
to check out
Mhm.
one of the dungeons so far, and we did it with max level characters, but we just
Yep.
obliterated it. It was like nothing. But I
It
think
tried,
if you were playing from the start and you weren't like loaded up with gear and stuff, it would be a little
Mhm.
challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. For where the location is, if you were lower level, it would be tough.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of skeletons.
Yeah. And that's just the first one, so I can't imagine what's in the other ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I guess I'm pretty sure it's what each biome has a dungeon.
Yep.
Is I think what it is. Yep.
Each
So there's what, like
that-
4 more dungeons, 3 or 4 more dungeons.
I would guess
Well,
so.
there's 5 spires total. So.
Yep. So probably a dungeon for each spire until they add more biomes.
Yes. And so we got to get back in there and play through those. And I mean, we can play on the one server, just strip off all our gear so we're like lower level or something. So it'd actually be a challenge.
We're doing a naked dungeon run.
Well, I think that's worth $20 right there. So
I mean,
I think so.
If they do one that has the Beastmen in it, though, I don't have to worry about shit.
That's true. They won't attack you.
Yeah.
I just walk in and be like, I'm going to the end of this thing.
Duh, look at there. We got some dancing Dargans.
And y'all don't have to worry about anything either unless I get out of range.
It's true. Then they're like, wait a minute. You're not our friend. Rah! And they try to nibble your butt meat.
All right. You guys got anything? I mean, I have more things, but you know, I don't want to. I don't want to all the
Well,
spotlight.
let's see. You want to go, Buck, or
You can go ahead.
all right? Well, Sony had a state of play today at 6 p.m. Eastern time. They showcased a couple of games. Nothing really major. The big things that stood out for me were apparently there's another Until Dawn remake. So there you go for that. It was a pretty good game, but it's already had. Well, it wasn't a remake, but it was ported to PS5, and now they're doing a total remake. And it's going to be, I think, on PC and PS5. But the big things I saw in it were Silent Hill 2, the remake of that game, which I love. Comes out October 8th of this year. So spooky game for spooky game month. And then we saw the first play footage of Monster Hunter Wilds, which looked amazing, looked beautiful. No release date, just says 2025. But it looked very, very good. And then we got God of War Ragnarok coming to PC in September.
I gotta
Those
play
were the
through those.
big things. Yeah, they're very good. I was really hoping they would show the Lego Horizon game that's rumored. I really wanted to see that.
I don't know about that one. What is that one?
Well, there's two games, Horizon Zero Dawn or something like that, and Horizon Journey to the West or something to the Forbidden West or something like that. You star as this character named Aloy, this redheaded lady, and she goes around and it's an adventure game. You explore ruins and stuff. It's basically you don't really learn this late until a little bit into the game. Basically, it's post-apocalyptic, and humanity's regressed to like just a little bit above caveman. But there's all sorts of these creatures roaming around that are robotic and stuff. So she finds this artifact when she's little, and then using that, she's able to basically interface with these creatures, and she can tame them, or she can destroy them for parts to build better weapons and armor and stuff like that. And she can decode the ruins and things like that and read what it says. So they're very, very good. But there's rumored to be a Lego game
Oh, now
in
I
development.
remember. Now, and there's dinosaurs too, right?
Yeah, it's like Robo Dinos.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it came out. I think the first one came out in the time where all games had to have a bow and arrow in them. So
Yes.
I remember it was just all about her shooting the bow and arrow and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, she's even popular enough they put her on Genshin as a
That is true. She is
character that you could acquire.
Yep. Show enough. Yeah, those were the cool things I saw on that. Everything else was kind of I'm not really interested in, and I don't think anybody else really would be either, unless you have like a PSVR. There's two games for it, but I don't have one, nor do I care. So you can read about it on the Twitter. So that's my first thing.
Well, Monday,
Mm-hmm.
unless something happens, Art gets a new map.
Yay!
Well, they bring out another map. I should say it ain't new. We'll get the center,
You move
and we'll
from
get the
map Scorched Earth to the
center.
unhospitable New Jersey.
And we'll get the Shastasaurus.
Hey, Dino, I'm walking over here.
The center's only like twice the size of the island map.
That's a big map.
It is. And there's a lot of unique places to try to build a base there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely show everybody where most of them are. I already know where I'm going to build, but I'll show everybody kind of where a lot of places are there that you could build and have a decent home. But I'm definitely building close to the ocean because this big ass whale that's coming out that you can literally build a saddle on that has somewhat of a underwater pod attached to it that other dinos can be in as you go through the ocean is definitely going to be one I utilize, and I'm not building inland to have access to this big monstrosity of a dino.
So
Because
two
if you
questions.
were to see the picture, the dino's mouth opened only that far could eat the player.
Dang.
That's how big this thing is.
So I know you're pumped for the Subosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned something about a Shastasaurus.
That's what it is. That's the.
Is it sponsored by the pop you get when you're in the hospital?
No.
Is that why it's called the Shastasaurus?
No. I surely
Well, if
hope
not, is it sponsored by my wife's friend, who is also named Shasta?
I doubt it, because this actually has the species name and the era of which it was found. The fossils were founded. These most of the dinos in this game are actual names of dinos, and when we find the dossiers of each one in the game, it tells what period of Jurassic they were in. Well, what period of the time frame they were in, because it wasn't all Jurassic. Cretaceous. This one is the Triassic period. Is when this one was
Okay,
alive.
so a couple things in chat. Timmy, I just want to say you're a pretty small dino. Two, when you read the notes about what period they were in, does it have the voiceover of the de-evolution machine from Super Mario Brothers, the movie 1993, where they move the little dial and it's like Cretaceous, Jurassic.
No, it has Helena reading about each one, and then she doesn't tell what period of time they were in. She only gives a description of what she learned about them and in her time on each arc.
And I know Helena from the hit animated series Ark, the animated series, streaming now on Paramount Plus.
But
Free ad.
Timmy is also
Yeah,
a
we're not sponsored.
young dino because he shares a birth date with Nintendo 64.
Sad. I'm telling you, if Ark would just make the game like the show, it'd be good.
Ark is good, Clan. You just don't know how to advance in it, so you don't like it. Just like Minecraft.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you anything to do. It's just like, well, here you are. Have fun shitting your pants.
You don't even have to have fun to shit your pants. You just have to stand there. Give it time.
Timmy, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Nintendo 64 is not one of the greatest systems ever birthed. Fight me.
Is it in the top 25?
Sure.
You don't get dysentery in Ark.
It's right above in television.
This ain't Oregon Trail.
As if you had friends. Hey, he got a point.
That's true. Now, I spent a lot of time in my dorm playing GoldenEye. Golden guns at the facility, no odd job. That was the rules.
Ocarina of Time was a great game.
Ocarina of Time was good. GoldenEye was good. From that point on, it gets real thin real fast.
Majora's Mask was good too. You're just a hater.
Majora's Mask. I can't stand that you're just constantly going back to the same place over and over and over again. Make freaking 8 dungeons. It's not hard. You hear me, Breath of the Wild?
They took all the dungeons.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
Like you're only gonna fight one big guy at the very end.
It's like, we got a new Zelda game. Did you remember to put the dungeons in? Fuck. Nobody will notice. What did you put in it? I put in 120 little shrines. You got to go in and move shit around. It'll be great. The kids will love it.
And we added more of the Deku nuts.
That's true. There's Deku nuts, and you got to collect her. Eventually, you get a poop, and there's a big robot elephant.
Yeah. What we get when we get all the seeds? A golden shit that you can't do nothing with. Perfect.
And you know how I know the Zelda team have turned into assholes now? In Tears of the Kingdom, the same thing happens.
And
You
there's more seeds.
get another golden shit. So that's
Yeah.
great. Thanks, Nintendo. No, man.
So
But
You
there is
got-
a new dino coming on the center that we haven't been told what it is yet. Because there's a mod creator that he made a thing called additions, and he made these new dinos that you could get a mod for and add to the game. And Wildcard said, you know what? We're going to take your mod, pay you for it, take your mod, and we're going to implement these dinos to the core game. And as we introduce maps, we're going to take one dino from your collection and add it to the new map as we add these new dinos that the community voted on that we add to the map as well.
Nice.
So this mod creator is getting paid outright for his mod for them to take or to have gotten full access to it so that they could add those dinos. But we're not sure what it is yet that they're going to put in. But, you know, good on that mod creator for them to acknowledge what he designed.
Calling
and,
right now,
put them
Godzilla.
in. No, that's not one of them in there.
Yeah. Godzillasaurus.
That unfortunately, that is not one of them.
Godzillasaurus Rex. Sorry. Also happened today in a colossal feat of fuck-uppery. So, everybody's favorite game, Destiny 2. You all know about that game, right? So, this is not about the one thing we talked about before show. This is completely different.
Oh, you
so
mean they fucked
basically,
up something else?
this is fucked up. They haven't fucked up that yet. We don't know what that'll, well, I mean, we know what it'll be, but you know, it's in the future, so we can't say it. So next week on June 4th, the new expansion comes out, right? Final
Mhm.
Shape ends the story that's been building since Destiny 1.
I mean, there's a story they've been writing for this.
Apparently. There's a
I haven't
traveler.
seen it while I've been playing before I quit.
There's something of a story. Apparently, there's lore. There's, I don't know. There's books. It's kind of like Halo. There's books. Just read about it when you're not playing the game.
I mean, I watched it catch up to Cade dying.
R.I.P. Cade, but he's back next week.
I
Which
saw a preview of him
eliminates
coming back.
death in Destiny. So
But anyway, so apparently this morning at some random ass time, Sony, in their infinite wisdom, hit a button. Now, some of you may not know this, but Sony has a game streaming service that you can get if you have PlayStation Plus, right? It's included with the subscription, kind of like Xbox. Well, they hit a button. And what that button did is it pushed the final shape to the streaming service. So there, for a little while, you could sign in to the streaming service and play Final Shape. And in that time, nobody really knows how far anybody got. There was people complained they could play for a little while and then it would crash and they have to start it back up again. But some stuff did leak. I don't know what leaked. I've been keeping away from leaks and stuff like that. But if you search around, apparently you can find leaks. And apparently some people have even been posting it in chat in Destiny. Just random ass leaks. So be wary of that. But that was the great fuck uppery for today. There you go.
All right. Well, I ran across something. I can't remember. I think it was on TikTok. I saw this advertisement, and it's related to a movie that I think we're all excited that's coming out in July.
Is this about the popcorn bucket?
This is about the popcorn bucket. Have you seen the popcorn bucket?
Yeah.
Here,
Yes.
let's put it up here for everybody else to see.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the popcorn bucket.
Yep. The Wolverine popcorn bucket.
Yep. And there's a video if you want to watch the video. It's a little more. Not that that's not suggestive, but the video is much more suggestive.
It is suggestive, yes. Hugh Jackman tweeted out earlier, please don't pour pop butter on me. So yeah, I am so looking forward to that movie. Like, it's not even funny. I want to watch that movie so bad.
Oh, I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is good. Yep. I'm glad you brought that up.
I don't think I'm looking forward to that popcorn container though.
Oh, I am.
I'd rather have the Ghostbuster one.
The trap? Yeah, that would be cool too. That would be cool too.
Have that one than Wolverine.
Oh, I thought it was one that said like but with the song, you know. Busted makes me feel good.
Oh, Busted makes me feel good. You know, funny about that, you could actually put that on the side of the Wolverine bucket.
Oh goodness.
Yes, Misty got the Garfield popcorn bucket. Misty, if your significant other takes you to the movies to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, which I don't know if you'll watch or not because it's stupid, and I know you don't like stupid things. But if you do, and you can get popcorn buckets, buy extra popcorn buckets. Just tell them you're not going to do things with it like the Dune bucket.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, tell them it's not like the Dune bucket. This is completely different. I still need to watch those movies. I've not watched Dune or Dune 2.
I have not watched the second part yet.
I've not watched either one. I have them, I think.
Do you have Max, the streaming service?
I do.
Then you have them, sir. I have watched, bitch. Damn, Misty. You coming in hot? Oh, both, not bitch. I'm sorry. I got both, bitch. You fell asleep during Dune Part 1. That's kind of me with The Batman with Robert Pattinson. I get like halfway through it and I'm just like, what is this shit?
Nobody has time to watch Glitter Batman.
This is horrible. And then they're making a second one. Why? Just do what we all want and that this country needs to unify us again together. as one
But
cohesive
Jensen
country.
Ackles as
We
Batman.
need Jensen Ackles as Batman in the new DC movie universe.
Yes.
Please. That's all we want. It will help realign the planets in perfect universal harmony, allowing us to communicate with everything from complex aliens to common household pets, just like in Bill and Ted.
How about this? How about they come out with an original ideal superhero movie that we don't already know everything about?
They won't, because that takes money that they don't know they'll get back. So that's why original movies don't work. Like The Fall Guy. It wasn't even an original movie. It's based on the TV show with the $6 million man in it. And the movie bombed, apparently, which I want to see it. Well, luckily it's coming to streaming like 4 weeks after it was in the movie. So yay that. But I mean, I'm going to watch it. It looks like it'd be a fun little movie. Not everything has to be a $200 billion epic. Sometimes you just need a little good popcorn movie. Except you, Universal Soldier. You suck. Except for Universal Soldier The Return. That's the only good one. I watched all 5 or 6 movies. They all suck.
Why?
They all suck. The first one was not good. The first one was okay. The first one's good compared to everything else but Universal Soldier The Return. Universal Soldier The Return is the best of the Universal Soldier movies.
Return was great. The first one was good.
Yeah, I'll agree with you 100%. Yes.
The rest of them were garbage.
Yeah, the rest of them can,
like why'd you bring Goldberg in?
Well, he's in The Return.
I know, but why'd you bring Goldberg in? Like,
because WCW was popular.
Yeah,
and Turner helped make the movie.
You could have done anybody else, and it would have went over just as good in The Return. But why even bring Lundgren back after that? Like, you done killed him.
That makes no sense. He dies in each one of the movies.
Right. Why'd you bring him back? Quit bringing him back.
It's stupid. The whole thing's stupid. Yeah, you can watch the original and watch The Return. Don't watch anything else. Don't,
it's just like in Expendables. Why you keep letting Lundgren come back? You kick him off the team and then you bring him back. Just leave the old fuck out.
But what we really need
he's done it
is a new National Treasure movie, right?
Yes, and I saw a tweet about that today that said that they're working on the National Treasure 3 script, and that Nicolas Cage is 100% attached to it.
Ooh, yeah, well,
which is good.
He's attached to anything.
Literally, I'm pretty sure we could get Nick Cage to show up on this show.
Yeah.
Bless his heart. He ran through some tough times, but I'm glad, because Nick Cage, if you're watching this, Nick Cage is a treasure, a national treasure. But I love those movies. God, that first movie was amazing. So good. Now I want to watch National Treasure again. Damn it, Diz.
Them a few months ago.
I know, but they're so good. They're ready to be watched again. Another set of movies I watched the other day that were very good, better than I remembered. The 3 Beverly Hills Cop movies. Those were very good, and the soundtrack's amazing. And next month, I think maybe June 17th or so, the new movie comes to Netflix. Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. So I'm looking forward to that too. A little Yep, there is a new Bad Boys movie coming out. I don't know about.
I've never watched a whole Bad Boys movie.
Really?
I've never watched.
I enjoy them
from start to finish.
Really? I like them. They're good.
I
haven't watched the newest one. I haven't watched the newest one, but I've watched Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2. Those are both good. Yeah, that's the thing with the Planet of the Apes. I don't know about it. Like, some of the movies are okay, but when they're not when a Planet of the Apes movie comes out and it's not good, it's usually really bad. There's no medium really with the Planet of the Apes movies.
Are we gonna see like Keanu Reeves has been like doing sequels to all of his movies?
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna see another Constantine?
Yes. Yes,
That's
he is making
Yeah, that
Constantine
is
too,
definitely in the mix.
which sucks. I mean, I'm glad. I like Keanu Reeves. He's a good guy, but he is not as good as Constant. He's not as good a Constantine as the guy that played Constantine on the TV show.
Yeah, I liked him better in
Yep,
that role.
he's a better Constantine. I'm sorry, he just is. But I'll watch it. I heard also rumors that he was wanting to do a new Speed movie with Sandra
Yes.
Bullock.
I saw that too.
Yep. He wanted to work with Sandra Bullock again on a new Speed movie.
What I don't like is that they come back and do these sequels, and then they just throw a lot of CG in there. And the original movies, they couldn't use as much CG and stuff because it wasn't as good.
Yep.
Now they can, but they overdo it, and so they don't do any stunts or any live action stuff. It's all just like CG, thrown in there.
I got good news for you. The new Beetlejuice movie, Beetlejuice, has very limited to no CG in it.
Good.
The Mr. Batman himself and the director wanted it to all be practical effects, like in the first one. So it's all either like practical effects, or my guess is maybe there'll be not even be some claymation. Who knows?
Claymation, yeah.
Yep. Or
Wow.
even stop motion. No. But that would be good. Yep, Keanu is the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog. Here's my question: will Shadow have guns? Because in the game, Shadow the Hedgehog has guns. So will this Shadow have guns? Also, that reminds me, I need to watch Knuckles.
Will he be doing the same thing that John Wick does with those guns?
Maybe.
Is that the second one?
Which one?
Knuckles is the TV show, the 6-episode show.
6-episode miniseries.
Yeah.
I did not like the
Knuckles.
second Sonic the Hedgehog.
Me either.
And it doesn't
Second
make me
Sonic the
excited
Hedgehog
to see a
movie.
third one.
Yeah, second one not good. First one was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first one very, very good, especially for a video game movie. Very, very, very good. They did it right. I'm hoping they can redeem themselves with the third. They were just trying to cram too much into the second
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm. They needed to make it just about Knuckles.
They either need to make it just about Knuckles
That's what the show is.
Or about Tails. Because Tails coming into
Tails and
the
Knuckles. They should have played more into those two, and then had the tease of
the miniseries is definitely all about Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you only see Sonic and Tails in there for like the first part of the first episode.
And I guess Cyclops will be in the third one, won't he? Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once again,
is he going to be the Cyclops that from the other ones, or is he going to be the Cyclops from X-Men 97, just ripped as fuck?
Oh, X-Men 97, he is ripped as shit. He got an 8-pack. That ain't even possible. Did you finish X-Men 97?
I have not finished it. I think there's a couple. I was watching the Bad Batch, so I was trying to. I've got like 5 more episodes of the Bad Batch, and then I'll go back and finish X-Men 97. So.
Yeah, X-Men 97 is one of the best things that I've seen in a long time. It is good. Like if you were a kid and watched that X-Men cartoon, this is exactly what you wanted as an adult watching that X-Men cartoon. Except now they did do a little changing up on Rogue. We'll let it go, but damn, that was not nice.
Yes. Thank you there, chat. Yes, I am excited about Acolyte. As it was queued up for the screen there.
There you go. I don't know anything about this, and I'll be honest with you. I've not even finished all of Mandalorian. I'm like in the second season, or maybe not even second season of Mandalorian. I haven't watched anything else Star Wars.
First season Mandalorian good, second season Mandalorian good.
Unofficial third season was the Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's a little shaky. And then the final season that we watched on Mandalorian, I don't like it. I can't really say that that's a good season.
Isn't that the one that's more focused on Starbuck from Battlestar
It
Galactica?
is. It is Starbuck, yeah. Now I can't think of the character's name. But yeah, Starbuck.
It's just Starbuck. Let's just get over ourselves. She's Starbuck from Battlestar.
Bo-Katan. It's
Yeah,
Bo-Katan.
there you go. Bo
Yeah.
Katan.
Yeah. So, and I like the
Always be
character.
Starbuck to me.
I like
Yeah,
the
I do
character.
like
I
the
like the
character.
actress. It's just the story's not good, and I really wish Grogu was not in the freaking show anymore. Okay, it should have been first season, done with Grogu, move on. It seems to be
No,
just such a gimmick now.
people love that little thing too much, and also you
I
can't
do
make
not.
toys.
I do not.
I know, but Chet, here's the thing. Diz doesn't like anything.
Claim you get far enough in Mando,
I've come
and
to this conclusion.
you'll see
He
Sasha
hates
Banks
everything
too.
secretly. I know she was in it. I saw that. Isn't Christopher Lloyd in it too? And Jack Black?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Sasha Banks plays one of the Mandalorians, isn't she?
I really hate that they have such throwaway roles, though.
She with Bo-Katan.
I wish they had better roles.
Lizzo and Lizzo. Yep, Lizzo's in there. Yep.
But
Which,
Acolyte happens 100 years before the Star Wars saga that we know, all the movies.
Okay. So 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Yes.
When Yoda was still in his prime.
And there's a lot of Jedis, of course. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he was in the prime then. I mean, he's probably around 800 or something.
800. He'd have been like 800 years old.
When Luke becomes the last Jedi, Yoda's 800 years old.
Oh, well, so he's
I thought he was 900.
Well, I'm saying like when you said before the 100 before the saga, so he's 800 then, so he's like 700 and something when Acolyte takes over, when it starts. So he's in his prime at that point. Because think about it, you see him jumping around and fighting Dooku like he's nothing.
Before his death at the age of 900.
Right at 900.
He dies
but I'm saying
900. So
yeah, you're saying it's 100 before the series or before the
how long
prequel.
is the Star Wars?
How long is the Star War?
How long is the Star War?
So 90. It's 90 years, isn't it? Because each trilogy is like 30 years apart from the other one. So it's like 90 years from 1 to 9.
I don't know, but it's telling me the runtime of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Culmination.
Because there's the first 3, and then there's like a 30-year gap to A New Hope, and then 30 years after Return of the Jedi starts, Episode 7, Force Awakens. At least that's what I've always heard.
Chronologically, the story spans 67 years.
There you go.
Because it has to, because it's almost the life of Vader, pretty much. So plus a little bit more with Ray. Oh. So if we use that math, he's probably what 733.
Yeah, he's in. But I'd
Ish.
say you're right. 730s, 740s.
But
Around
I
about
don't
the
even know
time
if
I'll
we
be
see him.
dust.
But the actress that plays Trinity in The Matrix is in this,
Oh yeah.
and I don't know if I knew any of the other actors right off. I'm sure there are some that I know, but just in the little teasers and trailer. Um, but a lot of Jedi's. We're getting to see like full powered Jedi's, roaming around.
Yeah.
And apparently they're gonna run into. They think the Sith's gone at this point in time, and so they're gonna run into people, and they don't really know what they are, but they're probably Sith. So
Yoda
Yeah.
will be 764 at the start of Acolyte.
There you go.
I'm looking at his chronological official timeline. They
the guy
already
from
have it
Squid
broken
Games.
down.
Yes, that is that guy. Yeah, I remember him
Th-
from the trailer.
That this website has it officially broken down, of even including Acolyte, of how old Yoda was, and so it's 764.
Is he going to be in the
There you
show, or does it say?
It says it is currently unknown whether he will appear in Acolyte or not.
It'll probably be a big surprise, like the final episode of the first season or something like that.
He was 864 when he appeared in the Phantom Menace.
Well, that comes out
So
next week on the 4th.
36 years passed from the
Yeah.
time we saw him in Phantom Menace until he died.
Yeah. So One Star begins next week, but One Star ended this week. And that it was actually today. It was the final episode, series finale of Star Trek Discovery.
Star Trek.
Yep. But that's good. Discovery's over. That means soon Star Trek Strange New Worlds will start back up again. And I'm really excited for that because that show is awesome.
And well, speaking of things that we've lost, I guess there was somebody that passed away, and I don't know if you guys know the person, but Bill Walton, you know him
The
from
name
the
sounds familiar.
from the NBA, really tall
Oh,
guy,
no.
played for the Celtics, Hall of Famer. He passed away, and so that's kind of sad. But
You know who else passed away? But this was last week. Somebody that you may know better. Dabney Coleman, the boss from the movie 9 to 5.
there was no way I was going to remember that name.
I figured the odd first name would do it, but he was in a bunch of other movies too. But
So y'all had to bring up death. My ferret passed away yesterday.
So that's a little closer to home. That's even more sad.
Had to bury her last night.
R.I.P. Harley.
Yeah.
Not Harley, the girlfriend. Not
That's
that
why
Harley.
I said ferret. That's why
But
I
the
said ferret.
ferret Harley. Girlfriend Harley, still alive and fine.
It's all right though, because she is forever immortalized in my D&D game.
There you go.
She's the rogue of the Fair Winds Tavern that wants to cut Rolly's feet off for showing up in the tavern with no fucking shoes on.
There you go. Note to Rolly, buy shoes. Get them custom made.
They aren't expensive though. The dwarf on the sub offered to make you some. You just lazy.
Damn.
There's a cop
Harsh.
on the.
When they gonna make the new Warcraft movie, Clan?
I don't know. I hope it's soon. The first movie was very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I just hope that they continuation of the story. If they
I mean,
do the jumping around, if they do the massive jumping around and jump
gonna be
like
good.
40, 50 years into the future, they're gonna fuck everything up and confuse the hell out of everybody.
Yep.
Like,
No,
they
they
gotta
have to
continue.
continue the story from where they were. Yeah, that don't do that.
If they
'Cause
keep
if
making the
Varian-
movies, are they going to end up in Pandaria at some point? Now we'll have a Panda movie.
I mean, they might end up in Shadowlands.
Every day we stray further from God.
But no, I mean, if Varian's a child, it's okay if you shift it just enough to where he's an adult and takes over the kingdom. Like, if you shift that far ahead into the next movie, okay. Like, you didn't take away that much of the lore, right? That much time frame. But if you shift to where he's full bore king and we're going into like Outlands in this shit, well, you just fucked up all kinds of crap.
I can't
You
wait for
fucked up
Disney.
Onyxia, and you fucked up all kinds of shit.
I can't wait for Disney to buy Microsoft and get Blizzard, and then we have the animated Warcraft movie where Varian or Anduin One is running around going, "I just can't wait to be king." That's gonna be great. Speaking of which, apparently there's a rumor that Microsoft is trying to buy Steam.
Oh my god. That
Apparently,
there's no way they'll let that happen. There's no
yeah,
way
I
in the
don't
world
think
that
the only thing
anybody
is
will let that happen.
Steam is made up of people who used to work at Microsoft. But the amount of money, apparently Microsoft, the rumor is prepared to pay them $18 billion for Steam. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's a real thing.
But if it was, what would that actually look like to the people that play Steam games?
Well, I don't know.
Because
Yeah, I mean,
I
how do you
mean
mash
that takes a
Game
whole
Pass
platform.
and Steam together?
Well, one of them would have to give, right?
You can't go subscription service and purchase.
That's what
Well,
I'm
I
saying.
mean, they
One
do it
of
on
them
Game
would
Pass
have.
now, right? The game's on Game Pass, but you can buy the game and keep it.
Would they do a subscription service on Steam to allow some of the games to be free and
I think they
rotate them
would.
through?
I think they would.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
For anybody that wanted to, yeah. I think what I would think it makes more sense to me is you ditch your Xbox launcher and stuff on PC, and you just use the Steam client going forward.
Well, aren't they talking about not making any more Xbox consoles anyways after the one that's currently out?
I don't know. I think they'll make at least one more. But now there's
Now
apparently
will never work.
no, they'll
Because-
just that's true. Shit.
Because what I saw a thing that said that they were talking about doing away with Microsoft's talking about doing away with making any more consoles and fixing
Mhm.
it to where their Game Pass was going to be able to be utilized on any system.
Well, they kind of have it now because they have the streaming.
Right. But I'm saying, and then not have any more consoles
Yeah.
anymore and only focus on Game Passing games out of their collection.
Yeah. Now there was a leak that showed a new version of the Series X console that would take the place of the current Series X. It's like a Series X Pro, I guess. That and it would not have a drive in it. it would just you couldn't use a physical disc. It would just be a digital only version, kind of like the version you can have with the PlayStation 5. You can get a
Yeah, I have one
PlayStation 5
without
with no
without the drive.
disc drive in it.
What if you want to play your old games?
Well, unless it's backwards compatible or something, you probably can't. Unless you got a Nintendo, you got an old Nintendo.
I do have an old
Yeah,
Nintendo.
me too. You can still play those anytime you want to.
Well, I mean, I have all of my previous Xboxes.
True. The only thing is though, is that and people
For
are
my
I don't know,
discs.
some people aren't taking this into account, but especially with newer games, like you literally can't play the game even though you have the disc.
Well, I'm talking about for like the 360.
There's one exception. That's Baldur's Gate 3. You can play that without connecting your console to the internet or whatever. I mean, it's there. It doesn't download anything extra. Everything is on the disc. So that's good. But yeah, that's I did see that. And now PlayStation is planning on bringing more of their exclusive games to PC day one because of the success they had with Helldivers.
Yeah, I saw that advertisement or whatever when they were talking about making Helldivers across the board.
Yep.
And it showed that little trailer of Xbox players
Mm-hmm.
flashing into the galaxy, just like
Yep.
it done with
Hmm.
the Star Wars movie.
Yeah. The only
It's
thing
like ODST, Halo, Gears, and all these groups flashing in. And I'm like, oh God. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to take up all the server.
Yep.
I mean, what happens when Nintendo's the only one making consoles anymore? We go back to the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have no competition.
Well, that's when Disney releases their console.
That's true. Does Disney have enough money to buy Nintendo?
Oh,
yeah.
Probably.
well, I mean, and Nintendo say yes. That's
Probably
the
not.
thing.
Yeah, that'd be difficult.
Probably not.
Disney has the money. Is
Yeah.
Nintendo willing to say
Yeah.
yes?
The only way I can think of another company buying Nintendo would be like a hostile takeover, that they would just have to start buying stock until they have enough.
Kind of like what happened in Iron Fist.
Because Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo back in the day. Nintendo was like, no, sorry.
Well, you want to talk about D&D news?
You mean the D&D Cross Destiny?
There was a little drama, a little chaos mixed in this week's D&D that we played on Sunday.
A little
What happened?
flavor. Oh, I don't know really. You remember what happened, Buck?
Rican showed back up.
That's true. Rican
But
did.
he
Rican
wasn't
did show up.
Stanasi.
He was not Stanasi. No, he is Thorn. He is Thorn, a champion fighter.
That's all I remember.
There was that, and then there's another new. Genie showed up.
I mean,
Was there?
I don't know who Ginny is until that episode. So
I mean, she was there. So that was
Meridius never knew her.
That's true. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, Well, I mean, Mordecai left
Yeah, that was
with
sad.
Jenny. With Jenny. But we got a new guy.
I mean, we did get that new guy who's kind of weird. I think he's got a thing for Riken's character. I don't know. He does some
Maybe.
weird sexual thing with Mage Hand across his face. It was odd.
I mean, really and truly, though, if you think about it, if you're not doing something sexual with the mage hand, do you even have mage hand?
I mean,
Just saying.
is that what's called the stranger?
I was going to say, is that the stranger when you use mage hand?
It can lift 5 pounds.
You only wish it was 5 pounds.
Well, then you meet the weight limit. But yeah, somebody brought in a new character.
Yep. What did you think was going on, Buck?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What did you think was going on?
I'm curious.
What do you mean?
During the
We had
episode.
Jenny, and then I had 2 characters
Oh,
behind
when you-
Jenny.
You're talking
One
about
of
when you
which was
shipped it?
Riken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I figured it'd be one of two things. Either the other was going to be her bodyguard that was going to escort her out of there to
Mhm.
wherever she was hid, that JD doesn't know where they're at, that Harrison was talking about, or somebody was changing characters in the party
Mhm.
and just hadn't mentioned it. I knew there
Yeah.
wasn't going to be any extra people coming in because if they weren't already a part of the cast, you usually don't bring people in without talking to everybody. So I was like,
True.
there's no new person that's not already sitting here showing up. So either that's the bodyguard or somebody's swapping.
Did you see the switcheroo coming?
Well, I mean, you being that, no, but that's because no one had been talking about Diz not wanting to continue DMing for a while.
Mhm.
So, or really the thought of Diz running out of ideas. If that would have been more discussed, I probably could have seen that coming. But
That's exactly why we didn't discuss it.
that would have been the big flag. But
Yep. Yep. So to catch everybody up, Diz in the Forgotten is now a player character named Desmond. And I have taken over as DM. So I'm guessing 2 or 3 more episodes and then the campaign will end. Because
That sounds about
I'll
right.
just run it into the ground.
that sounds about right.
Yep. So
I think everybody
ye of little
enjoyed
faith.
your information broker.
You the one
so-
said it.
Yeah. Yeah, the information broker was completely my thing. I added that. I wanted
I
to
stumped the information broker chat. He was not prepared.
that's true.
He thought I was going to ask about my family. Nope.
Yeah.
Or
I
it
think
is
he's
I'm a
weird.
fucking
worried
I'm a
about
fucking paladin.
vengeance.
I'm a fucking paladin and I have a mission. If I was worried about vengeance, I'd ask about my family. Because that demon is vengeance.
No. The big question is, will the information broker show back up?
Yes. Because
But
he's
yeah.
nosy.
He is nosy. Knows a lot though.
That's because he's psychically linked to that ass hat and fucking Waterdeep.
I'll have to go ahead and not psychically linked.
Well, then the one in Waterdeep's got a tentacle somewhere he shouldn't.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting episode. Uh, and what the funny part was is Reekin, like the week before it happened, had put into Discord. Does anybody know anybody that's running any D&D campaigns that could add a person in? And so I was like, "Are you wanting to play?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, okay." So let me find out from Diz. And of course, Diz was okay with it. And then we had talked about the Switch, and so I just was like, Diz is sick, so he's gonna let me help you with your character and stuff and come into the campaign.
So Regan didn't even know.
So Regan didn't even know either. So that was the good. That was my big thing was I wanted to try to limit the people who knew to just Diz and myself. But I was real worried Regan was going to figure it out. Luckily, though, he bought my story, which also was good because Diz was sick. so that helped. But yeah, it was an interesting session. You definitely go over to NerdTube and watch it because it
Not
was
yet,
fun.
but it will be soon.
Eventually.
But it is on our Twitch page still.
That's true. You can catch the VOD. I'll be honest with you, I forget about the VODs.
I can make the VODs last forever, but I don't. It's a trick.
It's all right. Y'all are down to only 4 people in your party on Edar.
Yep.
So arriving at RX is going to be interesting.
Now we'll get rent a hero.
Down to 4. We've got 5, right?
Let's see. There's me, and then there's you,
Yeah.
and then there's Harley, and there's Core.
What about the rogue?
The rogue left y'all.
He went and done rogue shit.
The rogue left y'all before y'all left the warehouse district.
She gone.
I thought she came back to the end with us.
Well, no, I'm sorry. She made it to the end. When y'all went to eat, she was gone the next morning.
I'll build us a robot that'll fight.
You ain't got
Robo-Rogue.
enough time. You ain't got enough time to build that robot.
Yeah,
before you make it to RX.
It'll be fine.
Oh, I was watching a video today.
And then you're short the armadillo too.
I'll make a Robo Monk. Good robot.
And you're short the druid.
That's what I'll do. I'll
7.
make
y'all now down to fucking 4.
I'll make good robot S's.
You'll need to,
yeah,
because we need those.
You go ahead
to complete.
And then I'm gonna corrupt them.
No, they're gonna run Linux.
Oh no, I'm gonna do like they did in Power Rangers. I'm gonna corrupt the shit out of them.
Don't do that.
I don't believe in Power Rangers.
Well, that's fine. If you're bringing in Power Ranger stuff, then I'm gonna build Zords. Screw the good robot S's.
I'm gonna corrupt them too. They got corrupted in the game too, or in the show too. Until all 7 of you get back together.
I mean, Voltron's good, but I mean, the Zords are basically Voltron, just they're not all cats.
I mean, right now you're not even with the party, Timmy. They left you in a town.
Do you know there was a second Voltron cartoon after that where the lines were replaced with cars?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either until the other day. Yeah.
So I was watching a video today about Pathfinder, and how converting from D&D to Pathfinder kind of goes for people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the differences. And in Pathfinder, they treat long rests differently than in D&D. So they kind of incentivize the player when they take a long rest, it takes more time to do. So there's more downtime. So they incentivize the party to do more of these other activities instead of in D&D campaigns, at least all the ones I've ran and the ones I've played in, it's kind of fast paced. It's like you're going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing because the long rest is only 8 hours. So
Mm-hmm.
you sleep and you get up and you're like, okay, I'm Superman again, and you're ready to go. So kind of interesting that they kind of build that mechanic into the game because they saw that as maybe a flaw in D&D.
Yeah.
It just happens naturally as a DM. It's just like I don't know. I guess the rules kind of drive that mentality where it's just like, all right, next thing, or maybe it's just the party doing it.
Well, the thing is,
So,
y'all have a lot to roll on your professions to get caught up. But, certain times y'all aren't able to do those professions, depending on where you are. Like if y'all are on the sub for 3 or 4 days, then none of y'all could do any of the professions at all because none of it pertains to what y'all would be capable of doing. But when you're on the road, each one of y'all can do each of your professions each day as you travel.
Yeah.
But in us taking the actual time in game to do that, that would take a lot more time to do it in the session than
Yep.
it would be to just do that offline after the fact. Because when y'all are out and about in the world, I keep a tally of how many days y'all spend in the wilderness or outside of a town or whatever, that each one of y'all would have access to do a profession. So that if y'all did want to do something, then offline out of the session, we can roll for it to keep up with it. And that would be part of your 8-hour run of what you would be doing. But when streaming it or playing it, even if we were doing it in person, doing it in person still would be trying to cram a lot into a session to do it live in the process of, okay, y'all are taking 8 hours down. Who's taking first watch? And then say Diz is taking first watch along with Harley, and Clan wants to have Corlin work on tinkering part of his build of whatever he's wanting to work on. Well, that's going to take a few hours, to work on something, depending on how much time he wants to allot to it. Do we roll for that right there in session?
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not.
We
I don't know.
you got to have a balance, right? You don't want to bog the game down.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how they do it in Pathfinder. If they actually, in a session, I've never watched anybody actually like sit and play.
Well,
a
yeah,
whole
but
session
that
of
but
it,
that's
so
what I'm getting at. Like,
I'm not
do
sure.
we do it there, or do I mark that as he could have worked on it here and then give him the option and then catch up how far, how many sessions it would take, and then mark those on if he passes the rolls, and then add that towards his final calculation of getting completed with what he's trying to do.
I could see where some things would be interesting to even watch as, I'm not even rolling. It's maybe Clan rolling to build something.
Right.
But it would be entertaining for me to watch him come up with zany ideals and him rolling to see if it blows up in his face. But I can also see where, because I'm the same way, is like, I've done stuff offline because like loot rolls and stuff like that, a lot of it seems to bog it down, especially when you're streaming it. So,
Well, it's the same thing that happens when like you're in a battle sometimes, right? Where you have a session where it's 4 hours of nothing but a battle.
Yeah, and it's just combat in D&D. It just takes a while.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I've never held y'all up from doing whatever you wanted to do when we're in my game. Y'all shopped for 3 fucking sessions.
Hmm.
Like, I didn't rush y'all to get you through. Y'all took 3 different weeks or 3 different actual play sessions to get through one shopping episode. So, it is what y'all, whatever y'all choose to do. But some of the profession stuff, like you cooking, rolling for it, I can have you roll every time on stream, every time you cook,
Oh,
and look up and see points wise.
He's pretty
what it
much
would
given
be.
up cooking. They'd beat him into submission on the cooking. So either
move on to a different profession.
yeah, either Corlin does it or they starve. So that's where balance at. Here's
Well, I
just
mean,
some
you
raw
still-
meat.
You still have fishing that you were
Yeah.
working on too.
I was, but we just haven't been at a place to really do a lot of it. We were at the orphanage town, and there wasn't really time then. And then there was, and then we've been inside this one town, so there's no reason to do it there.
Yeah.
There's food already available there, so yeah, it's more of a skill that will happen when we're out in nature somewhere, traveling in between.
But
Not
like
on
I
the
said, you're
sun.
more than welcome. You're more than welcome to complete your cooking. To hell with whether they give you shit about it or not. You can eat your own cooking. It won't kill you, even if you roll bad.
You'll never make yourself sick.
And to be honest, chat, it's not my fault when Diz rolls like a 3 on a check that's supposed to be like 15, and he ends up failing a cooking episode, and then the other people roll like an 8 and then end up puking or shitting their brains out because their constitution's crap.
This is true.
It's the
You're
luck
not
of the
wrong.
die. It's just the luck of the die.
That is true.
Things happen. For better or worse. Like Corlin sticking his nose up Cor's butt.
That is the thing that happened. He couldn't help it. Went on purpose.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's nighttime. You didn't see her. Your role, you walked right into her.
There you go.
You're just gonna have to make a flashing butt plug.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Flashing butt plug. And with that, chat. I'm kidding.
Ellen's going to kill us all.
Probably. We'll have to tell her about it Saturday.
I'm pretty sure Timmy will tell her about it in a text message soon.
More than likely.
He just clipped it right then, didn't he?
Probably. Probably.
Well, I'm tapped out on topics.
Me too. Got anything, Buck?
I mean, yeah, but it's okay. I can save it for the next one.
I was like, speak now, forever hold your peace. For this week.
I can save it for the next one.
All right.
I mean, we're at the 1.5 hour mark.
Yeah, getting there, right?
So
Sun's getting low.
I know how you old people need your sleep.
It's literally in the name of the show.
That's true. That's true. You count as an old person too.
Yeah, but I'm a Navy AI, even though I'm old.
You're not supposed to tell.
My software doesn't allow me to sleep.
I'd be more worried about your hardware.
My hardware works just fine, sir. It's been upgraded from a 3.5-inch floppy.
Oh,
Congratulations.
all right. Well, yeah.
I love how
So
I was
Diz
just like,
goes, all right, after
you want an
the
outro
awkward
or I introed? You want an outro?
sure. Buck, you do some streaming, right?
I do.
So I think you're doing some stuff tomorrow. So why don't you speak to the people about that?
Well, I may be doing some stuff tomorrow if the weather holds.
Oh,
That's
Because
true.
it's supposed to have the bottom fall out starting tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain all weekend. So we'll see how that works.
And pretty much all week.
Yeah, it's been doing that for like the last month.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go live at 11 a.m. Central Time. Mondays is Nightingale, and Tuesday and Wednesday is Ark Survival Ascended, and then on Fridays, which would be tomorrow, is 7 Days to Die Darkness Falls. And then the first and third Saturdays of each month, which would be this coming Saturday, we do Edar Realm of Dragons, which is my homebrew D&D campaign, where at current they are on a submarine heading to the next kingdom, which is Arx, the kingdom of the Gold Dragon. And they're trying to locate that king. So we'll see how well that plays out. And see if they can't reunite with at least one member of their party after they arrive. And that is at 7 p.m. Central Time.
8 p.m. Eastern.
So you don't do that for my during the week when I say 11 a.m. Central Time, but you do
Noon
it.
Eastern.
You do it on my D&D nights. Why? Why you gotta be like that?
Gotta pick your target.
Beautiful. The disrespect.
Don't blame me. Blame time zones.
Well, I can't help it. You're in a shitty time zone.
I'm in the best time zone. You're in the time zone best known for corn.
You're in the time zone best known for
Corn.
northern Cuba.
Cool.
Cuba. All right.
Yeah, okay. When I install a computer, it usually says New York, but Cuba, I guess, works too.
I said northern Cuba, aka Florida.
There you go.
All right, so I'll do the outro for Nerdicopia. We are Nerdicopia, Dr. Diz and Clan Diesel, and we stream on Mondays and Thursdays and almost every other Sunday, the second and fourth Sundays of the month. We play a little D&D game at 7 p.m. Eastern, uh, where
East Coast, West Coast.
Clan Diesel is now the DM. So, and me and Buck get to play, and some other people. So, you should
Right.
stop in and check it out. We had a lot of fun this past Sunday. Join us Saturday on Buck's channel for D&D, and then the following week, join us for our D&D. So, other than that, we do a little retro gaming show on Monday nights at 10:30, called Super Retro Game Show Extreme. We're going to be starting uh, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. We're going to play the HD version on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything works there. I haven't plugged it up, so I do have
Well,
two.
you're going to
I
need
have
some
two Wii
updates.
U's. I have two Wii U's.
Wind Waker
Wii
in
U.
HD.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna play through that one, and then on Thursdays, of course, there's Three Old Men, and we start that at 10:30, and run it till midnight. So, and we're a little past midnight, so we'll call it there. We do have some other stuff required by law. We have some what we got? A Discord.
We got a Discord that you can
Got a
join right there.
Discord server, and we got socials.
There's some
On
socials
the
right there.
link tree. It's all kind of smashed in there in that link tree. And
All
then
together.
merchandise.
The merch.
If you're naked, don't be naked. Buy some merch.
There you go.
Nerdicopia.net.
It's not .com.
And of course, if you're watching this later, you're already there. We have the NerdTube over on the YouTube channels, and that's Nerdicopia Network. And right underneath Clan Diesel over there is a subscribe button. And if you touch it, he smiles. Oh. And right next to it is the bell, and you can ring that bell for him too. So
there you go.
And we appreciate that. So we just like the follows, and it really means a lot to us. So
That's
other
true.
than that, I think that's everything. Am I forgetting anything?
Discord, socials.
Remember to have your pet spayed
That's
or
it.
neutered.
That's what Bob Barker would tell you if he was here.
All right. So until I guess next Thursday, or hopefully we'll see you before then. But if not, until next Thursday, I don't know, something.
We're signing off.
Some I don't know, watch our videos or something, right?
Hey, you kids, fuck off.
There you go. There you go.